So I'm live, I think. Aha, we'll find out. Okay, so if I'm live, hopefully people will tune in a little bit and let me know they're here in the comments. Okay, so this is my first time doing this. I'm a little bit nervous and I'm not even sure if I'm talking to anyone. So sit up straight, Joanne. So this is me, Joanne C. Hillhouse, Antiguanwriter, here on a sunny day in Antigua. You can't see the sun because we're indoors, but we're in my office. We're in the place that I store books and stuff. I don't write as much in here as um, I thought I would when I built it, but it's my office. I make calls in here and can close the door and have meetings in here and stuff. But as you can see, it's lots and lots of books and carnival memorabilia and all that stuff. Anyway, so I'm here to do the draw for the books. The books that I'm drawing for today are, well, you know that my books are The Boy from Willow Bend, Dancing Nude in the Moonlight, which has a 10th anniversary edition. That's the one I really want people to buy. The early edition, not so much. The 10th anniversary edition has it has other stories and other poems by me and some nonfiction writing as well. And then there's Oh God, which is sort of my first full-length novel. The earlier books were novellas. And then Musical Youth, which was a finalist for the Burt Award for Teen and Young Adult Caribbean Literature. And my mind just went blank. Okay, and Grace, with Grace, and Lost the Caribbean Sea Adventure. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible already, but okay. Um, all right, let's make it quick. I don't know if anybody is here. I want you to linger a little bit and chat a little bit and answer some of your questions if you were here. If you're not, I'll just do the draw and then go about my business. How about that? Okay. All right. So the books that we're drawing for are the hardcover edition. What's your best side book? The hardcover edition of Musical Youth. Did you know Musical Youth had a hardcover edition? Look at that, it does. Woo! Okay, so someone will get a copy of the Musical Youth hardcover edition. All right, the next book we'll be drawing for is more Musical Youth. The Musical Youth second edition. Now, Musical Youth, this was a really huge moment for me. This book getting a second edition with the same publisher, unfettered, unhindered, because when you start publishing, I mean, there's so much you have to learn, and your books have to do really well in order for publishers to take another chance on them, putting them back into the marketplace or continuing them in the marketplace. With earlier books like The Boy from Willow Bend, that didn't happen. It was published, the original publisher decided not to go forward with it, and I had to find another publisher. Similarly, similarly Dancing Nude in the Moonlight, but with Musical Youth book, the publisher was like, this is doing well. We want to do more. And so I'm very happy for that. And that's why this was a big moment. And this little seal right here is the Burt title. It's the Burt Award thingy, saying that it is a Burt Award finalist. And what the Burt Award did was it gave a lot of writers the opportunity to tell their stories without having to worry about how can I find a publisher, is there a market for it? Once the Burt judges decided that your book was worthy of being published, then you had the opportunity to select from several publishers, and they distributed, they marketed, and it was perhaps one of the easiest routes to publication once you could get past that hub of actually writing the thing and then winning the prize. So 3 every year for the last 5 years, and my book was one of the first. And so this is the second edition, which came out this year. Dope. All right. And finally, this is a hardcover edition of Lost, the Caribbean Sea Adventure. Who knew that Lost had a hardcover edition? Well, now you know. Okay, so Lost, the Caribbean Sea Adventure is actually based on a true story. It's based on Wadadley, which is an Arctic seal that got stranded in the Caribbean and had to find his way home. And that premise led to me writing about these two guys right here. One is Dolphin, who is not a dolphin, he's an Arctic seal, and one is Coral, who is a jellyfish. And this book actually has the most editions of any of my books. It's available in regular cover, soft cover. It's available as a audiobook. It's available as a Spanish language edition. Perdida, una aventura en el mar del Caribe. Haha. If anybody hears Spanish, let me know. Anyway, so, and this is a hardcover edition. And these are the 3 things that I will be giving away today. So if you have commented on, engaged with the page in any way, commented, liked, shared, invited people to like the page, anything like that, then you are in one of these 2 draws. Now, I would love to send the books all over the world, and the books are available all over the world. You can get them online or you can get them at your local bookstore. But for the purpose of this draw, I'm doing 2 local draws, so 2 people based in Antigua and Barbuda have the opportunity to win a copy of one of these, and 1 international draw, so that covers the Caribbean and the rest of the world. So the odds are higher. Lower? Higher. The odds are higher if you're, I think, anyway, if you're in the greater world outside of Antigua, that it's a, you know, it's harder to win because it's more of you. And so yeah, let's do this. Unless there are any, I did say I was going to make this an Ask Me Anything as well, so you can ask me questions in the comments and I will answer in real time. And anything I don't want to answer, then I just won't answer. But I wanted to give some more people some chance to get here before we did the actual draw. So anyone who's here already, say hi, ask me something, let's talk. And you know what I will also do? I'll share some of the, I'll share the acknowledgements from the 2nd edition of Lost. And then once I've done that, if no one else is here, I'll do the draw. The video will be here anyway. And I'll contact the people who won and let them know that they won. And if you do win a copy of the book, all I'm asking is that you share it. If you're keeping it for yourself, fine. If you're giving it to someone else, you can let me know that as well. They will be signed, personalized. And hi, Elaine, how are you doing? What am I working on right now? Working on not screwing up this video, that's what. I am working on a few things, actually. Well, anyone who knows me knows that I don't really stick to a particular genre. I'm always experimenting and always trying new things. So I've been working on a radio play, and I've been revisiting a sort of, I guess it's sort of like an anthology type book that I'm doing. It's not really it's like a montage. It's like a series of vignettes, not a sort of straight narrative piece. I've been working on it for a while, and it's inspired by my adventures riding the bus in Antigua, which is a world unto itself. If you know, it's a microcosm of the whole country. And I share these tidbits on Facebook sometimes, but sometimes I write things down because I'm always writing, and so I found myself one day with many pages, and I was like, maybe this could be something. So that's another thing I'm working on. And just various things. I'm working on several things. The challenge is finding time to write, undistracted from, you know, life, but life is also what feeds the writing, whether it's the stresses of it or the joys of it. So it's a good thing. So I can't say specifically I'm working on this novel and it'll be out on this date, but I'm always writing. All right, so I'm going to share the acknowledgments from Musical Youth Book, second edition. So I feel blessed that this book is going into its second printing. I give thanks to God for that, and to family and friends who have supported me in any way. Feel like I'm trying to pretend I can read without my glasses. Watch. Thanks also to Caribbean Reads for continuing to believe in Musical Youth Book. And Musical Youth Book, hashtag Musical Youth Book is in my head because that's the hashtag that we're using to promote the book. So if you ever mention the book, you say Musical Youth Book, and we'll be able to see it now mentions much more easily. So thanks for continuing to believe in musical youth, and to Code, the Burt Award, and the Bocas Lit Fest for birthing this story into the marketplace. I give thanks for the people and stories that inspired musical youth, and to all the creators of music. I mean that deeply, because music is, like I said, in another life, if I couldn't be a writer, well, in this life, I'd still like to be able to sing, but you know, you get what you get. But I love music, and I think that's demonstrated by the existence of this book. So I give thanks for the people and the stories that inspired it. Thanks to the readers everywhere, all of you, Tutmun Sama Bagay, as we say in Antigua and Barbuda, who bought and or took the time to recommend the book, and specifically Caribbean readers and young people who have told me how much they love Sahara and how Sahara and Shaka are hashtag relationship goals. To reviewers and bloggers, I want to mention the late Hazel Campbell, among others. She was one of the first people to blog about the book. To anyone, she's a Jamaican writer. To anyone who shared their platform, authors, media, etc., to bookstores, especially local bookstores, Best of Books, which has hosted all my launches to date, to book clubs and lit fests that invited me, to the schools that welcomed me in Antigua and elsewhere, to the schools that have added it to their reading list. That's been huge for this book, being able to do as well as it has, with hopefully more to come. Thank you to everyone and anyone who continues to give this book life. I have to shout out Ashley Bryan, whose story, The Dancing Granny. Check out that book if you want a really fun read for young kids. The kids in the book are staging The Dancing Granny as their summer production. So his story inspired me. I hope the characters in my story inspire young people to find their passion and live their purpose. Well, this last part is going to be kind of hard to read. I forgot that I had this in here. I dedicate the second edition of Musical Youth to the memory of Alcine Allen. She's the person I called at 3 in the morning when I read that I was a finalist for the Burt Award. She saw the struggles but never doubted the journey, and always encouraged me to celebrate even the little triumphs. Alcine, who died suddenly in 2015, was my sister friend in the truest sense. And this book is dedicated to her. All right, so let's do this draw. I think whoever is here is who's going to be here. The others will hear about the results when I contact them. So who should I draw first, the local draw or the international draw? You got to vote. Going once, going twice. All right, so I'll decide. I'm shaking the one and I'm shaking already. So I will be drawing. I'll actually let people decide which book they want, because I don't want people to, get a duplicate of something they already have, or they might have something they want. So as much as possible, I'll let the winner decide which one of the 3 books they get. And the books again are the second edition of Musical Youth, the hardcover edition of Musical Youth, and the hardcover edition of Lost Caribbean Sea Adventure, which is good for little kids, and this is good for teenagers. All right, let's do this. All right, so international draw. All right, I'm stop playing. Okay, I picked one. Congratulations to the winner, who is Merle Harris Odlum. Merle Harris Odlum is the winner of the international draw, and then there'll be 2 draws for the local audience. So the odds of winning are much greater because it's fewer of you. Okay. So Merle Harris Odlum is the winner of the international draw. And now, the people here at home, the people in Antigua, the people in Wadadley, 2 of you, Joy you get for win. How that? Okay. All right, so the first one is Sam Sam. I'm not sure if that's Sam Sam's full name, but Sam Sam, you're a winner. And Tiff Tiff. What is with these names? Okay, so Sam Sam and Tiff Tiff are the winners of the local draw, and Merle Harris Udlum is the winner of the international draw. And that is the draw for, these are the winners. I'll be contacting them. And these are what they've won again is Musical Youth hardcover edition, Musical Youth second edition, and Lost a Caribbean Sea Adventure. Thank you for anyone who tuned in live, and for those who did not tune in live, this will be here. You can see me acting a fool because I get silly when I'm nervous, so I guess that's what's going on there. But thanks for joining. Thanks 100% for all the support. This journey is not easy. You have stories backed up in you, and you just need an outlet, and you need to make a living, and you need to know that what you put out into the world has some meaning. And so for whatever part you play in that, I appreciate it, and I thank you for tuning in today. And that ends my live, my first ever live on this page. And have a good day.